And we are live. As usual, give me a second for me to set up my stream. Shit. Pin this. Let me go here. Very fresh this. Edit. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What would this be considered? Gaming? Entertainment? Maybe. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it gaming. Fuck it. All right, let me just copy this comment too. Go to the video real quick. I'm just gonna keep it. All right, post this comment. Boom, boom, boom. All right, pin. All right, done. Okay, so I haven't really developed the best plan to create this. Not really. So what I'm gonna do is put it this way. I'm going to be doing everything on stream. Okay. So the start of this is going to be probably me thinking about and deciding what kind of game it's going to be, all that shit. This is the beginning, the first day. So yeah, give me time to learn. Right now, what I had in mind so far is it's going to be a roguelike side scroller. So let's say this is Project Game Dev. How about that? Okay, as a title. Okay, so game type will be roguelike side scroller. That is the initial idea that I had. And the reason why I had this in mind, hang on, let me just turn off for a second so I don't dox myself. Oh, just save it. Boom, boom, boom. All right. The reason why I chose this is because I love roguelike games. And there's been a game that I've been playing, which I will show you. I don't mind doing that. Called I mean, obviously I've played Dead Cells, Dead Cells. What is it called? Moonlighter. All these games are fucking amazing as a roguelike, and I wanted to also show you this game, which is Obsidian Night RPG. So this is where I draw a lot of my inspiration. The reason why I say that is because it's in essence a really fucking good game. It's a very nice game. It's a very fun game. It's a side scrolling game. Oh my god, come on, fuck you ads. One more time. And one more time. There we go. We're done. Okay. So it's a nice side scrolling game, as you will see in a second, where you go throughout the map. Obviously, that's why it's side scroller, and you pick skills. And then as you pick skills, by getting rage, obviously, what happens is you obviously get skills. I mean, that obviously goes to soul. I can't even speak. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous and I'm so distracted today. Anyway, so you get rage, which upgrades your level, which you get to choose skills after you fully upgrade a level. And then using these skills that you get, you can build a strategy which you can finish the game with. And then after you're done with your run at the end, let's see if he shows it there. What ends up happening is obviously any rage you get will be converted into XP. And XP is what you do to level up, not in the battle, but your global level up if you would like. All right. And then with these upgrades and everything you earn, and with the runs, you earn gold, which you can then use to buy equipment, which give you buffs and stats, as well as increase your damage. Blah blah blah. All right, hang on a minute. Let me just do this. Okay. So anyway, so like I was saying, you basically level up, and what happens after that is you get money, blah blah blah. You buy skills, and that's not the only thing about this game. As you play more and more, you have a skill tree. Let me see if he's gonna show it here. Let me just skip through a bit. Okay, there it is. So a skill tree is permanent buffs and unlocks that you get throughout the game. So obviously, for example, you get a camp recovery, which when you reach throughout the run, you heal and you get to choose specific stuff. So I don't know if he's going to show it in the game, but this includes things like, do you choose to recover? Do you choose to, there you go. Do you either choose to recover some health or you get more rage points? So, and as you play the game longer, you get other options like getting gold and whatever, right? So that is the base of where I'm getting my game inspired from. Obviously, there are a lot of games similar to this, but this is basically the highlight. I just heard a notification, but I can't see any message. Hang on a minute. Let me just refer. Hey, what game is that? So this is a game that taken inspiration from. It's a side scroller game where it's roguelike where whenever you kill, you get levels, and then you use these levels to unlock fucking skills and blah blah blah. I already covered it, and it's very simple in a way as an idea, but it's very addictive and fun. Now, my only problem with this game, let me just rewind a bit and show Ek, just because she wasn't here before, but this is basically the gameplay. So you get rage points, which unlock skills only during the game, the battle itself. And then as you finish the level completely, you'll end up getting rage points, which will unlock skill trees over here. Oh, where is it? Hang on a minute, let me find it. Where are the skill trees? Yep, these are the skill trees. Where the fuck? Yep, these are the skill trees, basically, which unlock permanent unlocks. And of course, you get money upgrades. All right, so I'm going to stop yapping a bit. Now, I have ChatGPT ready, and I have another thing which Lewis was nice enough to give me access to, which is called Perplexity AI. Let me just open it here. So I'm going to use these to help me code the game and to help me make this project come to life. But before I do that, let's make a brief of what is the game going to be. So the project is obviously the game development. We haven't called it a name yet. We will figure out the name as we go. I believe that's the best strategy because the game will come together ultimately. So the game type is going to be a roguelike side scroller, is what I feel would be the best option for this. All right. Now, another thing is, what else do we need? Okay, so this is where I use AI. Okay, I have no idea if Perplexity or ChatGPT is better in finding out stuff about this. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually be asking it to, wait, would you kindly let me be nice to the AI before they take over? Uh, create for me what would this called? A project plan fucking document or questionnaire, right? Project plan document, let's just call it that. That includes everything I need to answer to develop a game. And then I'm going to tell it, keep in mind, I have never created a game before, and I do not know how to draft a plan. Okay. What else? This This sheet or document should have all should have every question possible and relevant to successfully planning a game. A game, okay, and referring to referring back to it as I develop the game. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, because I've already done it in a way, is I'm gonna also attach to Perplexity, because I haven't talked to it before, a brief of what I've discussed with ChatGPT to develop the idea and my inspirations and all. So before I do that, let me just make sure there is nothing private in ChatGPT so I can show it. Okay, so let's do this way. All right, then we'll go back. Go. Okay, so now, by the way, if you're joining in new, I am doing a giveaway for this series. As if it goes well, and I do earn any kind of money or anything along the series, I'll be giving back to the community and I'll be rewarding my viewers and everything. So make sure you stay tuned and help me achieve this goal. All right. So can you now give me a full brief regarding um my uh game. Wait, oh my god, when I'm on camera, I cannot fucking think. Brief on what I discussed with you regarding my game. Include include game inspirations, game type, limitations, etc. All right. And then it helps sometimes to tell the AI on what purpose this is for. So this uh, this brief is for the purpose. This brief's purpose is to be used with AI chat bots to aid in creating a hacker slam arc. I hope. I wish. I'm not. I fucking suck. To create, what was it that I said? By the way, Lewis, I gave you a shout out. Thank you for giving me access to Perplexity. Okay, to create a project plan that can guide me into answering questions. No problem. I got it for free, anyways. I love you, dude. Genuinely, thank you so much. You both, Ek and Lewis, have been like the greatest fucking supporters I've ever had, man. Thank you guys so much. And like I said in the announcement, and I mean it, hopefully, if this goes well and I make any kind of money, other than reinvesting it into this project, I'm gonna take a big part of it and I try to give away something at the end of this project to my viewers. Obviously I'm not gonna give everyone because I don't have that much money, but I'll give someone from y'all, basically. And all you guys, Ak, Lewis, and all the OG supporters get the game for free completely if you would like, obviously, to play. All right, so guide can guide me into answering questions. Um, project plan that can guide me to answering questions. Regarding can't wait to play it. Bro, it's day one. I hope you can, because I myself I'm fucking terrified of this idea. Answering questions on how the fuck do I say this? Oh my god, whenever I'm on camera I can't fucking think straight. Can guide me, person can guide me to answer questions and to questions. I would about game development. You know what? Fuck the last part. I'm just gonna use this at the end here because I don't want to confuse AI too much. So let's do that because I've been using ChatGPT and I want to move it to Perplexity. So I'm talking ChatGPT to to create the summary first, and then I'm going to use it in Perplexity. Can't wait to play. I already I want to use what am I going to use? Unity. Now that is the problem. I'm so excited to try out. I'm so excited to work on it. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, if I'm going to use Unity or what other program I'm going to use. Thought I heard something because I might have lied a bit. I do have only one type of experience creating a game before, which is on um, Unreal Engine, and it was years ago. And I found it easier because of the visual coding, where you can just drag and drop codes. I did ask the AI, and it told me some random fucking thing, some bot like game bot or whatever, like a program. But the problem with that is it's telling me for 2D side scrollers, and in my experience, sometimes I feel like creating 2D assets is much harder than actually just using 3D assets. You get what I mean or not? Because I have to actually draw it. But on online, there's a lot of 3D assets out there, and there's a website called Maximo, I think. Wait, Mixamo, sorry, which you can rig your models and it will animate it for free for you. And you don't have to put in any work to actually create animations and all for 3D, obviously. So that's why I'm not sure if I want to use what the AI suggested me to use. In my initial plan, I did want to use a different AI, but it's not out yet. How about you show us your 3D assets? So, like I said, I am not going to do anything outside of the stream. In the first episode, obviously, later on, I'll be doing it on stream, but everything is gonna be planned today on stream. So I'm just literally deciding all my 3D assets, everything right now on stream. I haven't had any 3D assets. I'm not going to create any 3D assets because I suck at creating 3D assets. I don't know how to, I'm not really good at creating anything 3D. So I'm gonna be relying entirely for on free assets and things online. And I've managed to do it in the past, and I do not have a doubt to do it again, hopefully. And with AI, I'm hoping it'll be better. Okay, so this is going to be the brief that ChatGPT gave me. All right. Okay, so see you here. I originally considered Unity, Unreal Engine, Game Maker, all that stuff. Unity, but and I also wanted to consider what platform has the most guides, because one thing I experienced last time when I just a little bit tried to work with Unreal Engine is there are a lot of questions in and that don't have answers in the community. But Unity has a lot of platforms, Reddit or whatever, even the own Unity platform that has like even answers for very niche and specific problems. That's why I was like, maybe Unity is a good idea. So as we work with Perplexity and as it gives us the answers to our questions or even the question template, I think we will start figuring out a direction on where do we want to end up in. If it's Unity, if it's Unreal Engine, if it's Game Maker, whatever it is, Go Dot. And don't forget, I want to do this completely for free. That's part of the idea as well. Okay, all right. Uh, I don't know if I want all this to be included. Hang on a minute. Let's see. The public channel series, yes. Say today is yeah, whatever. Uh-huh. Well, okay, let me just fix it a bit. Do not mention anything regarding 2D or 3D. One. And then I only need a brief on the game theme and type. All right. As well as any games games that I have mentioned are an inspiration for this game. Do not mention anything about releases or development platform. I know I butchered that word, it's fine. Okay. So I just don't want it to fucking confuse Perplexity because all I want to do is just I want Perplexity to help me find out the sheet more than anything else. So there we go. This is a much better idea. 59, there we go. Making choices, fighting laser group and trying to survive. It's a very powerful build. The most important part is there we go. That's much more better. Okay. So even though Obsidian Night RPG is the main inspiration for this game, I would like to I would like you to also add that games such as Dead Cells, Moonlighter, these are the games that I really like and I draw inspiration from. And what else? Dead Cells, Moonlighter. I would say Vampire Survivors, but that's not really a roguelike. I mean, it is, but not in that sense that I want, you know? Um, what else could it be? There was this game that I used to play where, hang on, let me see. It's basically you fighting zombies from the side, from the left to the right. And you know what? Let's just say these two only for now, because I can't remember the game. What else did I play? Dead Cells, Moonlighter. What other games can really resonate with this one? Oh, I mean, Slay the Spire, cool, but I don't want it to be that complex, do I? I'm just gonna stick to this. So Moonlight, Dead Cells, and Moonlighter are also an inspiration in games that I. All right, let's see what it gives me, and then I'm gonna take this and put it into Perplexity. The games are the action. All right, cool. Okay, so we're gonna obviously touch up on everything as we continue, but this is a good base to start on. So I'm gonna say, all right. Below is an initial brief regarding my uh, brief on the game I had in mind. And I had. All right, so we do that, and then do this. And I hope it works well. I haven't really tested it that much. It says here best, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know if it can be better or not, but we'll see. All right. Okay. In the meantime, I'm also gonna be doing this. So I want to take whatever Perplexity says, and I'm gonna test it against ChatGPT because I have the most experience with ChatGPT. I want to see who's gonna answer better because that's gonna determine who we're gonna stick with for specific um tasks. So for coding, I know from Lewis that Perplexity can do it a lot better than ChatGPT in specific things. But for maybe logical stuff or like general things like creating ideas or planning shit, ChatGPT is probably gonna do it better. Perplexity does also have an AI image creator, but I have not used it yet, not really. So we'll see how that goes. I wonder why Mixam was not working. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Right. And ChatGPT is already done, and this is what I'm thinking. So okay. Okay, so you see it has at least the Claude Sonnet 4.6 models ready for putting the GT1. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's gonna help a lot. All right, but okay, so we're gonna look through these later, but right now I'm waiting for perplexity. Oh my god, this is fucking long. So obviously this is a long-term thing that we're gonna start going on one by one. But I just wanted to get the initial idea planned first. So we'll see who's gonna do a better job. Give it a second. Cheers. I'm only scared of creating the assets, to be honest. That's the biggest part. Or having to use assets. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to find any assets, or I'm not going to be able to use any good assets that match the vibe, because it's not simple. Creating a background and like a image and everything is not that easy for a background. It can be very simple and basic at first, and I don't mind it that way. If I had the talent, I would choose probably pixel art because it's very simple and it's yet very like mesmerizing and nice to look at. But at the same time, I know I'm probably not going to be able to find that much free artwork and free assets for pixel art, and I can never create pixel art myself. So worst comes to worst, I'm either going to choose 3D or 2D, whichever I choose. I'm just going to see whatever I can find online, and if I feel like 2D is better and I have to edit anything, I'll use Illustrator to actually edit the character design or whatever. So yeah. I need to think of a way also because I'm shit at animating of how to make characters move that when all that stuff without having to put so much effort into animation. So like for example, if someone's running, I would rather they have no legs, for example, the character, and they just float. That would make sense. So I don't have to. So I can cut time on creating a walking or running animation. All right, roguelike action project plan workbook. This doesn't really matter because I'm not working for a company. This is just me. It's also using the elevator pitch. Okay. Is the game. Sentence. Generate is it? Roguelike, hybrid. I guess they're more or less the same. Hmm. Okay. Tell you what. For the time being, because I feel like this is much more in depth, give the character wings and make them float. That can work, but the problem in giving them wings is now I have to animate the wings. You get what I mean or not? So even though I eliminated the animation that I need for the legs, but now I've added another thing on my dish, which is I have to animate the actual wings. You get what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I like this a bit more because it's very in depth, and I wanted something to be that in depth, and we can work on it as we go. I just want something to refer back to, and to figure out how do I plan a game. So forget about this document for now. Let's do this. All right, and then enable editing. Let's save this first quickly. Okay. All right, planning document, blah blah blah, current game brief. So this game's a roguelike or roguelike action. Let me just delete this part because I don't think I need it. You know what? I'll keep it for now. All right. So current game brief, the game's roguelike, roguelike action, survives, the party to run, the player starts weaker, fights through enemies, earns upgrade, creates stronger build, and faces harder challenges over time. The game should feel intense, replayable, and rewarding with each run giving the player different choices and a way to become more powerful. The main inspiration for this game is Obsidian Knight. Especially its really and fighting enemies skill in power over time and surviving as the game becomes harder. The goal is not to copy Obsidian Knight directly, but to use it as a reference for the gameplay loop. That's perfect. Great choices and player progression. All your spacious with death skills from this situations, fast action, your playability, combat. Okay, cool. So all the hours I spent feeding information ChatGPT actually kind of paid off because now it knows a bit more about what I want because I didn't want it to copy straight off or rip off Obsidian Knight. I wanted some stuff from Dead Cells. I wanted some stuff from Moonlighter, blah, blah, blah. All right. The most important parts of the game idea parts of the game idea are roguelike roguelike structure, combat focused gameplay, skill and upgrade choices, enemy encounters that become harder over time, build creation during run, replayability, a simple but addictive survival loop, a feeling of starting weak and becoming powerful through smart choices. Okay, cool. Part one, page game concept. Okay, so now is the time for us to actually answer questions. What is the game called for now? Nothing. So we're gonna come back to this. Obviously, we don't have anything ready. Okay. What is the simplest one sentence description of the game? Oh, important is it to answer these questions? I'm just gonna go along with it for the sake of the game because I want it more of like the game genre, game pillars. Okay, they're coming here. What's the simplest one sentence description of the game? I guess that would be a rogue like side scroller. Strategic game that has high replayability. That's not a word, but that's the word I'm going to use. Right? What does player do most of the time? Um, uh, experiment with builds, strategies, and grind levels XP to upgrade stats. What is the main thing that makes the game fun? Flexibility on flexibility strategies and multiples, as well as maybe I would say, is that not a word? Nah, whatever. I want it to be like, you know what made me most excited is being able to see how much damage I can do, you know? So, um, seeing how far broken they can be, as well as unlocking new weapons, skills, enemies. What is the main thing that makes the game replayable? Rogue-like aspect. What does I start with the beginning of the run? That is a good question. We'll come back to it. I want to answer everything that I can answer first, and then I'll come back to that. What does a player gain during a run? So that one, what I've decided is uh, battle XP, which is XP only usable and gainable in the run. Um, global XP that is usable outside runs that unlocks skills in skill tree. Uh, currency use, used to purchase skills slash weapons slash items, and then um weapons. Wait, use to purchase skill items, purchase slash upgrade, I guess. Upgrade items, and then finally, what else would the player gain through a run? Let me think about that. Hmm. Okay. Resources. Resources used for upgrades. And then maybe um, weapons slash armor slash items that are permanent and have a variety of rarity and drop chance. Common, rare, mythic, legendary, and then maybe for an Easter egg, what would we call something that is super rare? Something very corny. What would we call it? What was that word? Um, like slam. What the fuck was it called? Where it's like completely vulgar or something like that. I mean it's blasphemous, but something else. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do that for now. I don't want it to be the Easter egg here, but fine. Fuck it. Blasphemous. There we go. What makes each one feel different? Difficulty, enemy type, enemy type, different strategies against specific enemies, items to be collected, rewards to be collected, which includes battle XP, global XP, currency, resources, DC. What is any challenge when we survive? Um, yes, hang on, let me put this down here. Get through entire runs without that completely dying. The, the players do so by utilizing all unlockables and loot from other runs and by grinding specific runs constantly. Runs constantly. There we go. I know this is going to be boring, and I'm not expecting a lot of people to what is it called, to be on the stream. And to be honest, it's fine with me because I just want to make. I'm going to clip out parts of this and make it into a video later. But I thought, fuck it, you know what? I'm going to keep the whole thing on stream in the beginning just for people to come back to, or if anyone's interested in finding out anything, and just to have a start. Okay. What does success look like in the game? Like I mentioned, getting through the entire run without completely dying and beating the run. Okay. Dying in a run and losing. And then after losing to, why would someone, that's a question that is perfect, which is because with each run and death, the player would have collected resources to upgrade to get permanent upgrades that would make them stronger. Also, wait, hang on, maybe I need music in the stream. I'll do it in a second because I need to get this off my chest and then I need to go pee and then I'll add the music because I have ADHD and I don't want to fucking get sidetracked. Stronger. Yeah. Okay. And to unlock specific items slash resources slash valuables that would affect gameplay. And lastly, maybe this would be a nice part. Lastly to maybe compete, to possibly add a competition vibe to the game where people would want to collect all items slash find all strategies. How about that? Oh my God, this is basically the same thing. Um, Maybe this part at the end. Oh, fuck that. Okay, did not copy that message. Cool. So it's basically the same thing. To what the fuck? To possibly to possibly add. Why did I say and? I meant add the competition. Damn, my English is shit. Mm, competitive is what I meant. Right. Again, right. Competitive. Cool. Strategies. Unlock all items. Compete. Other players. This is not yet game. Players by sharing what they. All right. Then to explore newer levels, enemies, skills, and unlock newer skills, items, weapons. Let's see. What the fuck is this? Fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to pee, and then we're gonna continue this. 1 second. I want to be right back, and then I'm gonna play some music probably when I come back. BRB. All right, we're back. I wanted to see something because I think my audio is being played outside of my headphone. I don't know. Hang on. Okay, it's working. All right, cool. So, oh, give me a sec. I'm gonna turn on my camera in a bit. Let me just go here. And let me take this display capture, put it over here. Boom. Oh, wait, I didn't have to do that. There's one here already. All right, cool. So now, we do here. Give me a sec. Drink some water. Okay. So, I hope I'm doing this correctly. I have no idea if this is going to be beneficial or not, but I think it's something to go back to at the end of the day. Even this one I'll answer later. Okay. My game is what? Blah blah blah. My game is uh roguelike side scroller. There's hmm, there's need need to replay each replay most stages multiple times to get stronger and unlock new items, skills, and features. Oh wait, I promise you music. Let me do that. Put this here. Or actually, I can just use Spotify. Spotify has a playlist full of copyright-free music. To be honest. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Right. I don't know if this is a good playlist or not, but that's what we're using for now. I prefer this, to be honest. Okay, so back to it. Each run, I guess we need to answer this. So, to be fair, if in the beginning of the player's first playthrough, they start with basic weapons, armor, and one skill. However, as they get through runs and level up and unlock new items, features, weapons, and skills, they can begin each run with any permanent unlocks they have gained. Okay, that's the perfect way to describe it, I guess. Turn starts with. How did I put this in this answer? I guess this way. It starts with. Okay, cool. And then over time, stronger by unlocking it was over time become stronger by unlocking new items, features, weapon skill. Okay, there we go. Yep. All right. I like that. I guess, like I said, the main fun comes from this part of the game, which is getting like new upgrades and shit. Mm, there we go. But its own. Okay, done. Thank you. Can you fuck off? I want to see what the text is. Yo. Okay. Can you? The fuck is this? Why is it not going away? Its own identity is. I don't know what the fuck do you mean by that. Own identity. Hang on a minute. Um, oh, you guess the name is undecided. So I'm just gonna erase that. All right, players, 3 to 5 players, possible players. Fast combat. Clear upgrade choices. Starting weak and becoming powerful. Replayable runs, simple controls, hard but fair encounters, satisfying words, those that feel different, constant pressure, easy to understand, hard to master. There we go. I think I like all of them, to be fair. I want to keep all of them. What are 3? Let me just change this to core pillars. I think most important feelings the game must create. Uh, tension. Tension. Um, strategy. Satisfaction. There we go. What should every feature support? What does that mean? What should every feature support? Hmm. Hmm. Don't know. Okay. This is confusing, actually. I think this is not really important because we already answered it, so I'm going to remove this. How does the game should feel? Sorry, the player feeling. Should the game feel fast, slow, tactical, tense, relaxed, forgiving, funny, dark, or stylish? Okay. The game should feel fast, tactical, tense, funny, punishing, and chaotic. How about that? Weak at first. How quickly should the player start feeling stronger? Uh, in the beginning of the game, the of the player's first playthrough in the first stages, the player should start feeling stronger almost immediately after finishing the runs. Playing the runs. After replaying the run. After finishing the runs. However, as they progress, it should be more difficult for them to get stronger. Cool. As well. Yes. Should the game make it this good? Dodging, I don't know if that's the thing. We can add it as a stat, I guess. Yes. It can be easy to pick up for casual players. Yes. Not for serious players. Also, yes. Should the losing proof as a funny for education to rating? Funny. Fair. Motivating. What should players say after a good run? Damn, that was fun as hell. I need to get more stuff unlocked. You know. Fuck. Excuse me. Okay, you know what I'm doing now? I'm thinking as I'm doing this is I should have probably done this off stream first. I thought it would be fun to do it together, but then apparently not. This is probably what I should have done in the beginning. First maneuver run. Okay. I have an idea. So what I'm gonna do is basically okay. Hang on, let me turn off my camera. What I think I want to do right now is because I think this is gonna take way too long for me, and I don't think I approached this properly. I'm going to start one by one. So what I want to do is create a create the actual characters and all. All right, so let me do it this way. Hang on. Then go all the way down. My fucking god. All right, I downloaded Unity and Unreal Engine, but I'm not sure which one to use first. So, yeah, let's do it that way. Help me brainstorm a step-by-step plan on what to do first. To do first from the beginning. Oh, okay. To finish this project from beginning to end. Something like a step-by-step checklist and guide. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow what they're going to tell me, and I'm going to just go accordingly. First upgrade. I think this I need to answer a little bit off stream. Okay. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, I know what to do. So I should have planned this off stream. Oh my god, I'm so bad at planning shit. I'm gonna start by creating game, characters, and basic features. Okay. So let me just make it clear so you can help me out. What I meant is, for example, especially since this will be a YouTube series and the stream series, the first step would be me creating characters, environment, basic game mechanics, deciding what game development platform to use, etc. Okay, so now the question is, do I use 2D? Okay, let me see. 3 2D game assets. Mm. Aim, camera style, control style, design the character. That's more what I like. Okay, cool. Amazing. Can you now give me the full roadmap for this project so I can track my progress? Add a checklist. Let me rename this as detailed questions. Pitch. Okay, we have that done. All right. Mm. Okay. The thing is, it's the animation that I'm worried about. How can I animate this? So I'm gonna ask the AI. Okay, so let me just start now. When deciding between what platform to use to develop, I have the following concerns. 2D characters easier to 2D games are easier to develop and lighter. However, I cannot create any character what the fuck? Give me a sec. Character myself. I do not have skill to do so, so I rely on free assets. But I feel like with 3D characters, it's easier to animate their movements in platforms like Unreal and what was it? Mixamo, right? Mixamo. There we go. Or even using Mixamo. But with 2D characters, I do not know equivalent method that is easy to use to animate. God damn, this is huge. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna download this and I'm gonna keep it as my checklist. There we go. You can go away. All right. Phase one. So now we are at phase one. Okay, this is much better. This is what I wanted a little bit more. Let me see what he says. Concerns, coding camera usually simply with the art pipeline can become bottleneck because each animation often needs sprite frames or parts or purchases. Animation. If you want 2D, Unreal is probably the most, not the strongest phase. So everyone you can join a regular conditional situation or another 3D friendly engine only if you keep game very small at first. Because your answers in the animation notation like was than usual to be easier to say super. Mm, choose a final decision on which one, either 2D or 3D, and Unreal Engine Unity or another. Okay. Let's see what it chooses, and I'm gonna go with it. My heart's telling me to go with the Unreal Engine, to be honest. You know what I can do? I can use 3D assets, but make it from the side. You get what I mean? It wouldn't be a problem that way. And for upgrades and shit, I can also use a UI that is 2D. Small project size is in got dot for small scope size measurements so with it because okay, fuck it, let's try. God dot. Is it completely free? It is. Can I find answers to a lot of questions? If I get any issues, easy online. Oh shit, Slay Spire is made by them? Hmm. I even have the assets. Ooh, okay, cool. I can see they have 3D as well. You know what? Fuck it, I might actually use it. Fuck it. We're doing it. We are doing it. I don't know what the fuck is the difference. I'm just gonna download this. I will make a donation if it works out well. That's the only condition. Okay. It's just like that? Goddamn. Game dev project. I don't know what all this means. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's see what it looks like. God damn. Okay, cool. So now we're inside the scene. Fuck. I fucked up. How do I? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Now, what the fuck do I do? I need to figure out how to use get this platform. Go dot engine. Okay. So. I mean, they're very similar to Unreal Engine, I guess, in that sense. Okay. So, the first thing now, I guess, is to let's look at our sheet here. Hang on. We do a working title. Oh my god. Actually, before the title, how about we create a character first? All right. I don't know. Do I use fucking Godot or Unreal Engine, man? I feel like Unreal would be easier for me because I have experience with it. You know what? We leave it this way. Wheel of choice. Even though I've really forgotten how to use Unreal. It's been a while, but yeah. Let's do Unreal, or what the fuck is this called? Godot. Godot. Oh, okay. It's been decided. Unreal it is. There we go. Oh my god, it's fucking. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm gonna use Unreal. I'm gonna use Unreal. I'm gonna use Unreal. I'm gonna use Unreal. I'm not gonna doubt myself. I wanna fucking use Unreal. Let me uninstall Unity first. There we go. Yep. Take your time. Okay, and then go dot. Okay, Godot doesn't really install files on your thing, so that's fine. Now we are going to be using Unreal. I have decided. I don't care. Okay. I'm going to use Unreal to create a side scroller to create this game. It will be 3D, however, the camera angle would only be from the site. So it looks 2.5D. I will be asking you, I'll be telling you what I will be doing first, and I need you to give me a guide on how to do everything. Okay. So, questions. Develop this. Okay. I'm gonna use Claude on it since he did tell me, Louis did tell me that it's gonna be the best for this shit. So okay, let's do that first. Let it know that. Yeah, it's taking forever. Keep it down. All right. Unreal Engine. Why is it not launching? Hello? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, just gonna launch it. Huh? What's going on? Oh, okay, it's already launching. Fuck. Got scared for a second. Oh, it's gonna be fucking hard. Alright. I hope AI is enough to do this shit. Let me not click on anything yet. Let me just open up the thing and then we're gonna start in the beginning. So the first thing we're gonna do. Person templates gives you working character camera modify immediately for the camera movements, blah blah blah. Import your first Maximo character, just tell me what you want. Alright, cool. So let's open up. And then we're gonna select the 3D, the third person perspective, and we're gonna get going to creating a character and a mechanic. If you can load. Meanwhile, let me just find stuff for this. Quite good. What I want, to be honest, what I'm worried about is just the background more than anything, the environment. So I'm gonna click this. I want more of an environment, to be fair, not the background. Okay. Free 3D game environment assets. There you go. Map? The fuck is it? I want like a level, man. Free 3D game level. There we go. Level assets. The fuck? Oh, there we go. New project. Games. We call third person is what we wanted to make it. Blueprint or C++. Hang on a minute. Last time I did Blueprint. I'm not sure for this project. Do I need Blueprint or C++? When creating the Unreal Engine project, it asked me. That's how bad I am at developing. If I want to use Blueprint or C plus fuck plus, which is best for me. Also keep in mind I have experience most with visual coding. This is still uninstalling, man. How fucking big is Unreal Unity? Jesus. Target platform is just top quality preset. Oh, side scroller. Amazing. Perfect. Game that I have not given a name yet. So no name game. That could be a good title. No name game. Okay, yep. Blueprint. No question. I knew it. I had a feeling anyway. I just wanted to make sure it won't affect me later. Let's create that. I think you can actually get assets from the Epic game, like from the Unreal Engine store thing itself. Yep. Okay, so I can go here. Oh wait, no. Here, sorry. And then go to. I don't know what the fuck this is. How did I do this? Where the fuck was the store? I forgot. Was it from here? I can't remember. Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna destroy my whole computer by doing 100 things at once. I need to take it slow. Okay, let me just look for shit while this is working. The fuck just happened? Oh, this is the store. There we go. How did I sort it out before? There we go. Okay. Ooh, okay, it's giving me ideas. Should we make it sci-fi? Maybe. So the idea can be that our character is a sci-fi character. Let me actually write that down. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that story is it's a bit sci-fi in the sense of there is technology that can bring you back to life, right? Bring you back to life. Okay, it's more like what's that movie where they put this thing and then you go fight and you come back. I forgot what the fuck it's called. All right. Is this too basic or generic? I don't know. I don't care. Anyway. And then bring you back to life in order. Okay. And then there is a company, a single company that has that technology. You are a broke boy who needs money. So you see their advert for a tech for an experiment, and in return, you will make a lot of money. So you decide to go and apply. You end up being stuck in that loop over and over again, trying to break out of it. So, perfect. I like that. I like that as the beginning. Okay? So, for the first, hang on, brainstorm game dev. There we go. For the first thing is what I want is in the first level, it will be an empty area that is a training ground. Something like control, control, control environment. In this environment, what's going to happen is this will serve as the tutorial and beginning. Okay, so let's start by this. Why is this not working? Okay, so training ground. How about that? Mm. Oh, never mind then. I'll clear out the tag. To be honest, we could just literally make an empty area using the because when you start in Unreal Engine and a project, it's going to be empty squares and stuff. We could just use that. Okay, let's not do this now. Let's wait for it to actually launch. I don't know why it's taking forever. It's a good idea to do, man, on stream. I'm having second thoughts now because everything is taking forever to do. Okay, we'll wait for it to launch, all right? Oh, fuck. Hang on, y'all. I'll be right back. All right. I'm sorry it took so fucking long to take care of stuff. And also I was waiting for this to launch the Unreal Engine thing. Okay. So, first things first, I need to know what the fuck to do. So this is a side. Apparently, how is this a side scroller? I don't know, but it was a side scroller template from Unreal Engine. Okay. Shift F1 for cursor. Draw a stupid fucking character here, the default character. I don't think there's anything actually made. Yeah. Oh, there are, but then I forgot how to see like all the blueprints and all the commands and shit. Hmm. There you go. Okay, never mind. All right, so we created this. Okay, I created a project using third person with the side scroller type of Engine 4. We gave me the default character and an environment. First thing I want to do is to, what would I want to do first? Student. Now, do I want to do it side scroller anymore? I'm not sure. How's it going so far? Extremely shit, to be honest, and tiring. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. Uh, for me to make the environment, how am I gonna do it? Okay, wait. I have no idea how to select and delete. Okay, there we go. So this is how to select. Okay. All right. I want to make it where this is the empty area. All right. There is none of these shapes here, so let me delete that. It's literally just this sandbox here. That will be the beginning level. Cool. And then this platform can actually be where you reach at the end and unlock an ability and move on from the tutorial. Okay, cool. So let me delete this too. Now, how can I expand this? How do I expand this area? I don't want to select the full, I just want to select this side. Yeah. Like that, okay. Because it's going to be a side scroller, right? I need to remove these as well, I think. Or else it's going to be in the camera view, I believe so. And I need to get used to the controls. There must be a way to go down and up without me having to fucking fly like that. So if I do this, delete, and then delete. Okay, so it will just be from the side here, and the camera perspective will be like that. Cool, cool. All right. So now, how do I drag this and extend it? I will try not to. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try not to use AI that much. I think S scale. No, scale. How do I scale it? Is it this? Oh, okay, nope. How do I scale? How do I drag it and make it longer? Uh, hmm. Okay, time for AI. Or Google, to be fair. I don't need to use AI. How to scale shapes in Unreal Engine. Viewport is let me continue. I just want to fucking scale it. I don't want to fucking scale textures. Please tell me this is not the wrong tutorial. I've been refreshing all these ads for nothing. Come on.
To resize your textures, all you need to do is to drag and drop the Unreal material, like the nodes.
Mm. Okay, so from the center. Hang on a minute. Here. Scale. Cool. I thought this is it. Whoa, why am I moving so fast? Hang on a minute. Do I really need to scale it using this drag thing? There must be a better way. There has to be a fucking better way. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Fucking hell. Okay, what's the shortcut for this? R. So now, I think if I do this, all right, cool. But I need to reflect it. So transform mirror y axis. Oop. Transform. It should be y. Why is it going down though? Hang on. If I drag it now, which way is it going to extend? It's still not extending that way. I wanted to. Just do this. And then move it. Moving here. Did I make it thicker on accident? Probably did. Okay, let me fix that. This is way too ineffective. I need to find a better way than this. Okay, just put it this way. You know what? Hang on. Let me undo everything. Put it back the way it was. Okay, cool. With that. And then because this scales this way, I think I would rather just hang on, which way is scale outside from here? This one? Cool. Alright, so we'll delete this side instead. So boom, boom, delete, and oh, beautiful. And then we'll select you, and then hopefully if I'm doing this right, I can actually, yes, sure, we got it. All right, so extend it longer as long as you can because it's going to be a long map this way. Cool. Do you extend this way? You do. So what I'm going to do is just take these two, copy them, Then move them across. I think that will work. Yes! It's coming back to me. All right, let me just read this first, though. Take the guys. Boom, boom. Move you. Here. Cool. Why are you not touching? You can move a bit back as well. There we go. Cool. Something here. Move it back. All right, nice. So now we have that long map going for us. Imagine if the camera is this way, it can keep moving. And this will be like where you get the new item or whatever. To be honest, now I think about it, I didn't need to build this wall since it's going to be this way and it's going to be stuck like this. So maybe having this wall was pointless. We'll finish it first. We'll finish it first and delete whatever we don't need, and then you can scale this way all the way across. All the way across. Cool. All right. Cool. Okay, so now how do I hang on, let me Google it. Shortcut in Unreal Engine to automatically zoom on selected object. F key. There we go. Okay, that fucked me over actually. That might not have been the best choice. Hang on. Let's just do it this way. Can we move you? Clear start? Yeah. What is this? Skylight. I don't think that matters, to be honest. Does it? Yeah. Let's just keep it there. And I'm gonna move you all the way to the beginning. Hang on. There we go. So we start this way now. Okay, cool. His face is wrong though. He's facing the wrong direction. So let me just rotate that. What's the shortcut for rotate? E. So that way you're looking this way when we start. Oh. Well, does that work? It does. All right. Cool. So now what we want to do is make it where the camera to make it where the camera is only locked to the side to following character. Mm, let's see how that is going to work. 30th, don't say it. What is this? Okay. Oh, I need to save every now and then. Cool. In your content browser, blueprints, double click the blueprint third person character to open it. There we go. That's the blueprints I was looking for. Cool. And now you'll see the viewport and components panel on the left side. Viewport and components panel. select the camera boom. Oh, there we go. Okay, select it, and then now what? Camera boom. When it's turning on the right side, you'll see details panel. This is where you're going to configure it. So if you lock camera rotation of fixed side angle. Target arm set to 800 for the 40-second from target arm length. Let's put it at 800. Cool. And then socket offset 50. So Z to 50. Noise. And then uncheck this inherent pitch. Where the fuck is that? Oh, inherent pitch, inherent yaw, inherent yaw. Cool. Use bond control chain, uncheck this. Use bond control rotation, also uncheck that. Alright. Step 4, rotate the camera boom to face the side. Still with the camera boom selected in the components now. Find the transform section at the very top. Okay, transform, cool. To the top on the rotation set 0, 0, 0. Rotations all 0, cool. So it's a camera. So this one is the yaw, I guess. 290. All right. Step 5, lock the camera itself in the components panel. Click on follow camera. And then in the details panel, find use bond control rotation. Details panel, find use bond control rotation. Okay. It's unchecked. Okay, it is unchecked. Step 6, what the fuck is this? Okay, cool, thank you. Step 6, in the disable mouse camera rotation and blueprint, click the event graph tab on at the top of the blueprint editor. All right, we're in here. Look for any nodes connected to look input and control your output input. So look for camera. There we go. This is the camera. Okay, cool. To look input. Oh, mouse look, is that it? I'm guessing this is it. Let me just disable it for now. You know what? I can delete and then we can always undo. So let's delete this bucket. Compile top left of the blueprint. Looks like a good icon. Compile. And then press play. How do I go back to the there? Oh, oh, okay. Okay, cool. So it's kind of there, but what we want to do is remake the camera. It's actually kind of it's working. I'm actually kind of happy that it's working. Okay, camera. We want this camera to be from the side. So how do I put it to the side? Like that. And then move it back and rotate it this way. go. Oh, that's a bit too far. Let's make it subject. Cool. Now let me see. Compile. Let's see. What's this out the way? There we go. So that's more like it. I think you can make it a bit more inwards. There we go, like that. And then we can compile it. Should be all good now, you know. Did I break it? There we go. Cool. Now to cancel movement and to fix that. Is the distance good enough though? Let's see. Hang on. I think it is more or less what we want. And now we're going to lock the axis. So, meaning W and S only. Okay, cool. Sim contains this Kaido mesh with a blah blah blah. I don't know what the fuck it is. I want to go back to my character, please. Here. All right. Cool. Now, what I want to do is Chester, next up. It works well now. What I need now is to lock the meaning player can only move forwards and backwards. And is locked. And the character is locked to those axes, to these I don't know what the fuck is the plural of axis. Plural of axis. Axis, okay. Actually, why am I live streaming on YouTube? I wanted to make it as serious. I don't think I should live stream on YouTube. Hang on a minute. Let me turn off the live stream on YouTube. Let me end the stream.